What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Foxy. Welcome back to the Fox's Den. Getting into another reaction. We're getting into some more VINALND SAGA. Oh man, it's a show I look forward to the most every week. Episode 15. I couldn't be more excited, bro. I couldn't be more excited. Every episode of this season I've loved thoroughly. The character development, the plot, the dialogue. It's carrying the whole show. And the second arc, or the second core of the, season, is about shit's gonna hit the fan. Like the past couple episodes, I mean, we've been kind of getting a dose of like Arnade's past, and also like just having a conversation and taking care of Ketil's father together. Kind of like some happy times, and also some like kind of questionable like sad times, because we just learned about Arnade's husband and her past and all that stuff. It's kind of distracting us from like what we just learned before the first core ended. Like Ketil, Thorgil, Omar, and Leif have still yet to show up and return from gelling. So Snake and all of them, whoever's on the farm, they have no idea what's coming. They still don't know yet. So I'm very excited to see like when we're going to get that, because we have to get it eventually. I hope it's this episode. That would be lovely, because I want to see Thorfinn's and Leif's reunion. I want to see the reaction to what's coming their way, how they're going to prepare, Snake's thoughts on the thing. I want to see what's good with this. Like, are they just going to, like, I'm assuming they're going to fucking fight for this farm, because this is a huge farm. This is a huge asset. They're not just going to let it go. And then also the thought of just everything that Ketil has on his plate right now. Like, his world, like I said, is literally turned upside down. Canute is on his ass with his army, wants his farm. Arnade is pregnant, so he has a kid on the way with her. Her husband, that is a slave, just escaped from a nearby farm, killed the master, killed his sons, and he still has to tell Thorfinn and Einar that they're allowed to be, free, because that's what he promised once he gets back, right? That's probably going to be the least of his worries. So who knows what's going to happen with them and like their thoughts and reaction to what's heading their way. I mean, this is what I mean, bro. Like, shit is about to hit the fan. Everything is just going on at once right now, and I can't wait to see how this all plays out. But so far, the first couple episodes of the second core, it just kind of feels like it feels like this uneasiness, like it's just distracting you from what's to come and what's on its way, inevitably, like it's coming. And they are clueless still. They are clueless. The biggest of their worries right now is Arnade's husband. And as we saw last episode at the end, Spherical, Ketil's father, went on to give on his own story about kind of like waiting for the storm to pass, the metaphor that Arnade used. And it kind of didn't amount to anything, because he didn't, challenge the person that wanted Ketil's girlfriend to marry. And it ended up, not working out in their favor at all, because it still left scars. Like, sure, they lived to see another day, but Ketil had to deal with the fact that his wife is dead, and she's dead. Like that marriage, like it didn't, like what they didn't like. It wasn't worth it at all. It wasn't worth it at all, because the one that they were so worried about, like being like if they defied him and they retaliated, they wouldn't win. Like, they were so afraid of that, it didn't even matter, because he got taken out regardless on his wedding day, and then Ketil's loved one perishes along with him. So just a shitty situation all around. But that even instills more like confidence in her, I guess, or like the belief, like, okay, like when the hell is this gonna stop? And he was like, that story kind of like let her know, like, I still gotta try and do something. You know what I'm saying? I gotta confirm some stuff for myself. I can't just sit back and watch bad shit happen forever. I gotta do something. So she's on her way, it seems like, to go and confront, or at least interact with her husband in some way. She said that she was just going to at least tend his wounds, but I'm assuming that she's gonna try and talk to him or something along the lines of that. Who knows what Thorfinn and Einar are gonna do? I wonder if they're gonna just stay and sleep like they don't know what's happening around them, or if Einar's playing close attention, which I would assume he would be, because he seemed he felt like an urgency to help her, obviously, because he likes her a lot, but he seemed like he was moving a little too fast, and kind of trying to do it because he wants to be a good guy, but not really looking out for what she wants. And so thank God they listened to her story first. And then obviously Thorfinn, he knows like what the deal is and like how that story goes. Like, you know, he traveled with people like that took everything away from you. Peace, happiness, love. I mean, he traveled with people like that, and that's why he's so disgusted with that way of life now, and is trying so hard to change. So it's really astounding to see these varying points of views keep on clashing between violence and peace, and the way to obtain peace. Because Canute is trying to obtain peace, like a utopia, as he calls it. But he's literally on his way, or already planning to take out Ketil's farm and requisition it, which is violence in itself. And Thorfinn's going to be caught in the middle of that. I'm assuming Thorfinn and Einar are still going to be here, because like I said, Ketil's last thing on his mind is probably letting them free, as I've mentioned already how much he has on his plate. So I'm just curious to see how they're going to react and how Thorfinn's going to be challenged, because obviously like he has this vow of not producing violence anymore, but like you're going to have to, like, if you're still here, you're going to have to defend yourself unless you just put your hands down and accept death. And I feel like that's still going to be, it's going to be a very hard challenge for him, because obviously he doesn't want to produce violence, but I don't think he wants to die. And I definitely don't think he wants Einar to die, because he's created a great friendship through Einar, and he's learned a lot through him. And they've been together for a long time now on this farm. There's obviously no way he would want him to die. So I feel like that's going to be the deciding factor, is if he's going to be able to stand up and protect somebody he cares about, or if his will or vow against violence is so strong that he's not going to do anything and maybe actually run. I don't know, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. This show is amazing, so I can't wait to get into it. Let's get in the episode. If you guys enjoy it, please leave a like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you know when the next one's dropping. Let's get into it. Episode 15 of Season 2, Vinland Saga. Right into the opening. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Opening out of the way. What are we getting into this episode? Oh my god, we're seeing his face already. Is she already there? Storm! What I've been saying these past couple episodes, the calm before the storm. The storm has arrived! This show's wild, bro. The show is so good.
賞金の馬3頭のことじゃないっすかね。分け前よこせってのか？ごつくババアめ。
It's like, god damn it, if I didn't have enough to worry about.
ヘビさん、夫にガルザルに会わせていただけませんか？
ダメだ。
傷の具合はどうですか？
知るかそんなもん。あれ乗ってかれたら馬がねえや。だよ、歩いて送り返せってのかよ。
She looks so defeated and worried. He's like, oh wow, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's so beautiful that's gonna... Yeah, swaying his answer. Yeah, he really taking on that, that role, man. He's lying and everything for her. This conversation is going to be so heavy. I have a feeling. Yeah, you're damn right they did. Yeah, no, fuck no. Bro, y'all are so fucking sick. Shut up.
こんなに縛られていては手当てできません。今だけでも縄を。
そりゃ無理な相談だな。何を縛っちゃいねえぜ。
Man, shut your dumb ass up, bro.
二度とそなたとヒャルティのそばを離れたりしない。
It's too late. You already did it.
もう二度と。
He definitely learned his lesson, but y'all have no... She doesn't even know where the kid's at either, and you don't even know that. Oh my goodness, bro. So fucking sad, bro.
お前がその女連れてきたんだ。責任持って見張れよな。だよ。
Hey, that's fair enough for me. Oh my god! There's another man down. Another man he's killed. Of snakes. And it's because... Oh, wow, yeah, he literally teared a chunk out. Nah, he's dead. He's dead. Don't fucking do something that you regret, bro. You took the sword out, now this is gonna allow him to escape. Yep. Oh my god, bro. The soundtrack intensifying. This soundtrack is insane! The chaos is ensuing, bro. They're gonna think you did something. Don't tell me she's gonna actually get killed, bro. Bro. God damn it. Oh my god, and he's gonna be extra pissed, bro. And obviously, because of all the chaos that has ensued, and she got caught up in the middle of it, like, she's gonna... Yeah, nah, they want to kill him, and she is going to be punished. This is what happens when you get caught in the fucking middle of this shit, bro. Oh my god, dude. It's possible. You almost already did. She's already caused herself enough trouble. Even though she didn't want to. Fuck, bro! No shit.
お前が戦士だったことは知らないと思うよ。
情けないな。俺は彼女のような人にそれを知られるのが恐ろしい。
Rightfully so.
どうしてあんなに人を傷つけて平気でいられたのか。
ああ、トルフィン。この間お前が話してたあれ、本気なのか？
About ridding the world of slavery, yep, and war. And that's making him curious enough too, where he wants to do something about it because of everything that he's seen Arne go through, himself go through in slavery, or taking his family away.
戦争が多くの奴隷を生むのは間違いない。戦争の数が減れば奴隷も減るだろう。でもノルドの男は戦争が良くないことだとは思っていない。ノルドの男の価値は武勇と富で決まる。
でもお前みたいな男もいる。人を傷つけないと誓うことがそんなに変なことなのか。
ノルドの社会では臆病者は生きていけない。
That's crazy how he's learned that, and that's the same perspective that Ketil has because he's a coward himself.
これ以上彼らを背負うくらいなら仲間外れの方がずっとマシだ。
Let's go, Thorfinn. God, I love him.
死者たちだ。なぜ殺した？父を殺され、あんなにも怒り恨んだお前がなぜ何人もの父や兄、息子を殺したんだって。
Wow.
俺はこの人たちに償いをしなければいけない。この人たちが安らかに眠れるところへ連れて行ってあげなければ。
Hey, look at him still standing, even though they're all around him.
これ以上は無理だ。これ以上は一人だって背負えない。今まで踏み潰してきた以上の麦をこの手で育てなくっちゃ。今まで燃やしてきた以上の家をこの手で建て直さなくちゃ。
Wow.
世界全体から戦争をなくす方法は俺にはまだわからない。
God damn, this show is so good. How long have we been here in this conversation? This is what I'm talking about. The dialogue carries this shit.
俺だって戦争は嫌いだ。けどバイキングはどんなところにもやってくる。
Exactly. Okay, I'm glad Einar brought that up because I've been thinking about that. What happens when you have to defend yourself?
でもそれじゃダメなんだ。平和のために戦争してちゃ意味がない。
やっぱり夢みたいな話は夢みたいなままか。
And that's reality for Einar. That's the way he sees it.
地の果て。
Beyond the ends of the earth. Wow.
バイキングでさえ来れないような。
Vinland?
海の彼方まで逃げ切ったら、そこには何があるのかしら。
あるのか、そんな土地が。
ある。忘れていた。
Really? That's what he's forgotten about this whole time?
その話を聞かせてもらったんだ。
Oh my god, and Leaf is on his way to you right now. Nah. This is beautiful, bro. I fucking love this show.
手つかずの大地があるそうだ。しかも国づくりだ。大勢の仲間外れを連れて行かなきゃならない。大事業だぞ。
と、いい話を聞けたよ。
That's all you need, right? Bro, the first bit of good news. As the storm is cleared, the sun is rising, the clouds are dissipating. Oh my god, bro. Insane. And look who's showing up.
なんですかこれ。朝っぱらから。
Oh, they're still looking for him? They think he's here?
気配はしね
逃げたんだ。
Yep.
ガルザルが逃げた。俺たちの物置小屋をひっくり返す理由が他にあるか。
Thorfinn's picking up on it quickly. And now Einar's gonna start thinking about Arnade. Yep. She's in trouble too. Yep. Fuck, bro! Snake is pissed. He's had enough of this shit. This is what's currently going on the farm, bro, and they still have no idea what's heading their way. Kettle and them have still not showed up, bro. Oh my fucking god, dude. This shit is wild, bro. Nah, this show is so good, dude. Fuck, man. What another insane episode. God damn it. Alrighty, guys. What another amazing episode of Vinland Saga. I mean, god damn. As I was saying, the dialogue carries the show. That was pretty much all this episode was. Straight dialogue, maybe a hint of action when Arnade went to go see her husband. But that's about it. I mean, god damn. Wow, that was so good. So we saw how Arnade, eventually did what she wanted to do. She went and arrived at the, hideout or, place that they hang out at, Snake and his men, where they were keeping Gardar. And she asked politely if she could see him and at least tend to his wounds and whatnot, and that was her case, and that's what she wanted to do. And Snake was like, no, fuck no. I don't care about his wounds. I don't care about it. Like, no. We're going to talk to the mistress or whatever, because apparently she wanted to deal, a chip in of the horses that she got, or they got from a reward for capturing Gardar. So he was like, man, this greedy old motherfucker, like, let me go talk to her real quick. We're gonna go do that. You guys take Arnade back to Gramps' place. She should not be here. So that was what was supposed to happen. Obviously they didn't have any more horses, so I guess the guy that was with Arnade automatically thought, like, does he expect me to walk her back? Like, bro, what? Which he should have done in the first place. Like, I don't give a fuck if you're complaining or not. Like, that's what he told you to do it. But sure enough, he is obviously very easily persuaded by women, especially one as beautiful as she is. And you could tell he was blushing, and he was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll let you see your husband. And that's whenever he actually lets her, goes ahead and lies as well. Like, that's how far he went for her. He even lied to his other mates that were there to keep watch over him. And it was like, yeah, okay, you know, Snake said it was okay for her to tend to his wounds. And that's where she actually, you know, starts talking to him. And obviously he's been beat up by them. I mean, rightfully so. He's killed, you know, one of his men and then, you know, other people as well. And it's caused a ruckus, obviously. So they're not taking that lightly. So that's why they beat him. And she was, you know, kind of conversating with him about to tend to his wounds. And then he actually apologizes and, you know, goes on to say that he's the one that should be begging for forgiveness for leaving her and the kid, you know, alone and them going off and doing what they did to try and get that iron and whatnot. I mean, that's what put them in this situation in the first place. And like, I guess she wasn't expecting to actually get an apology out of him, because as she said it, whenever she told Thorfinn and Einar the story about all that happening, her and the women couldn't understand them wanting to go do that. Like, we have everything that we need. Why do we need to fight for something that we don't need? Like, you could have been here to protect us when we needed you most, when the Vikings showed up. So like, to her, it like didn't make any sense. And I guess hearing that apology from him, like, it just broke her down. Like, wow, like I wasn't expecting to hear that from you. And, you know, it just kind of like resolved that emptiness in her heart and whatnot, you know. So he apologizes and she starts just weeping and crying and just going through every sort of emotion that you can, like, you know, after all they've been through. And, you know, she's just still weeping and crying. And sure enough, the rest of the people go inside because it starts raining. So they start slacking already. And then the one guy that let her come up to her husband in the first place was like, all right, that's enough, let's go, like, let's go. And he just touches her on the shoulder, didn't pull her by the hair. Like, I thought he was about to get rough with her because she wasn't listening, but he just touched her on the shoulder, and immediately Gardar gets super defensive and literally bites a piece of his neck out. I mean, this guy is a complete savage right now, and if you touch his wife, he gonna fuck you up. That much is clear. Kills him by doing that. And then obviously everybody else inside hears that, and they come outside like, oh shit, he's dead. Like, and they're like, what? How's he dead? And so they come out and they start, you know, trying to fix the situation, or, you know, they're gonna react obviously to someone being killed. And obviously, like, she didn't propose that or try to make that happen, but it's because of Gardar's such conviction to save his wife and this and that, and like how much he's been through. Like, he's like a wild animal right now, bro. He's going off instinct. So you can't control somebody like that. Like, Arne doesn't deserve to be killed or be persecuted by them whatsoever, because she didn't do anything besides just stand there. But they don't know that. They see one of their men dead and they're like, oh fuck, she let him do that, or she allowed him to do that because he was the only one on watch. Like, who else could have? I mean, he's tied up. Like, who else could have done it? So they're immediately gonna blame her. So Gardar is obviously very rational in that situation. He's like, they're going to kill us. Free me now. Which they probably actually would have done. They would have killed her, and she's pregnant with another kid, Kethel's kid. I mean, she had to think quickly, and obviously she was talking about, you know, staying out of the storm and you know, staying, you know, steering away from the storm of men and whatnot, and right here she's already gotten herself caught up in it. I mean, it's chaotic, and sure enough, you know, it kind of cuts off from that, and then it just shows Snake and them coming back to the place, and everybody's dead. All of the men that were there are dead. So that means Arne did eventually, like, she actually decided to let him free, and that's what happened. Killed all of them, and then they dipped. So they're still looking for him. It's morning now. They're still looking for him. One of the first places, or I guess just one of the places they check, is Thorfinn and Einar's place where they sleep. The little shed that they sleep in. Sure enough, he's not there, and it's just chaos. And Kethel and them have still yet to show up. Like, this is like the big priority on Snake's plate, where he is so pissed that his men keep on failing it. Not really failing him, but like letting their guard down, and then he's losing more and more men. Which is not good in terms of defenses if they're trying to actually defend this place whenever the time comes when Canut's army shows up. So that's not good, and they don't even know that yet. But then, you know, in between all of that, we get a very, very lengthy and good conversation between Einar and Thorfinn, to where, you know, they both couldn't sleep. Thorfinn was kind of watching over Einar because he thought he might have done something reckless. You know, I mean, it's not completely out of reach for him to do that, because obviously he cares about Arnade a lot, and he was already about to do something reckless against Snake whenever they first saw Arnade's husband and whatnot. I mean, he was just being a good friend, but regardless, they couldn't sleep, and then they start having a conversation. Like, Einar's starting to take an interest too. Like, is it really possible, like what you were talking about the other day? Like, is it really possible to rid the world of slavery and war? Like, how would you even do that? Like, they actually start thinking about it and talking about it and like just producing like any sort of way about going about it, like just any way they could actually do it, or what you would need to do to make that happen, or the steps necessary to take. You know what I'm saying? They actually start conversing about it, and Thorfinn starts talking about first of all, the thing that produces slaves the most is war. So if you drastically reduce the number of wars, you'd probably also drastically reduce the number of slaves. But then he brings up the big point where Norse men don't find war a bad thing. It's instilled in them, and how it's been since ancient times. Like, you have a kid or you have a son, and you put a weapon in his hand and you send him off to war. You are respected more for your valor and your the killings of your enemy and the wealth you gain from that more than anything else. So like, they don't see war as a bad thing, and that's like the big ideology that you're trying to fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Thorfinn and Einar, people like them, or like people that have constantly suffered from the actions of war and slavery. I mean, Thorfinn's experienced both firsthand. They're considered outcasts. Like, you're not, like, you can't survive in this world. So it's like, immediately they start thinking about, okay, well, Einar mentions you'd have to go to the ends of the earth to even be able to get up to a place that is not reachable by the Vikings and actually live a decent life. And that's where it finally hits Thorfinn. It finally hits him. Like, this is what he's forgotten this whole time. Like, he's been throughout the season kind of thinking about, like, I feel like there's something I've forgotten about. I feel like there's something that I can't remember that I should have held with me dear this whole time. And it's the story that he heard from Leif about Vinland, about this place where it's far across the ocean to the west. Untouched land, fertile land, peace. And so he finally remembers that, and it really brightens Einar's mood up too. Like, he starts thinking about it, like, oh my god, like, well, surely we can go there. And then Thorfinn comes back to reality, like, well, no, I don't know where the place is. I don't know exactly where it is. And first of all, we need a lot more outcasts to take with us to go to the place and have a chance of living there, because it's basically like creating another nation. Like, you need help. You can't just survive on your own going to a completely new land, and you got to know where it is. Even though Einar was a little disappointed in hearing that, and that's like reality sinking back in, like, he still was happy. Like, that's the first good news I've heard in a while, which is sad, bro. I mean, this is the world they live in. I mean, it's crazy. So that was a very interesting and intriguing conversation between them about like just the reality that they live with, and Thorfinn like talking also about like how much he's carrying with him in terms of the people that he's killed, and he cannot take another one. He cannot handle one more person, one more ghost of somebody that he's killed on his shoulders. He already has enough, as you can see through the imagery. But that's his determination. He sees it like, I cannot take another life. And so that's where I'm glad Einar brought up as well. Like, you're gonna have to defend your peace and freedom if it comes down to it. Like, what are you gonna do about that? Like, you have to defend yourself. And I'm glad he brought that up, because I've been thinking about this the whole time. And Thorfinn, saw it as like, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. Like, you won't ever get away from that bloodthirsty hell if you still even have to defend your own shit with violence. So it's quite an interesting dynamic and way of thought. And this is Thorfinn's character development that's gotten him here and gotten his thought process to this place. I mean, that thing that Einar brought up, I mean, defending yourself and defending what you care about and your own peace and freedom, that is going to literally be tested on Thorfinn and Einar himself very soon. I don't know when they're pulling up, but they're going to pull up. I'm just waiting for the second that, in the grand scheme of things, like what's happening right now seems very serious with Gardar, Arnade, this whole thing with the escaped slave and him killing Snake's men. Like, it seems very serious to this certain setting that we're in right now on Ketil's farm. But that is the least of our worries. I promise you, that is the least of our worries. And they don't even know it. So I can't wait I'm just waiting for that episode to where Leaf and them get back to the farm and they actually learn what the fuck is coming their way, because that is going to set everybody in reality, bro. I mean, damn, bro. I can't wait for that episode. And who knows how far behind Canute and his army are behind Kettle. I mean, Kettle and them could show up and then boom, a couple hours later, Canute and them are there. So, like, I don't know, the amount of stress that you're feeling from the uneasiness of like when that whole thing is going to happen, and then also going through what's happening right now with Arnade, her husband, and that scenario is just, God, man, the show is so good. Like it's so stressful with everything that you feel like is about to happen right now, and then is also currently going on. I mean, fuck, bro, it's shit, so good. But that's gonna do it for me. Another amazing episode of Vinland as usual. This is definitely the show I look forward to the most every week. So glad we got another episode. Can't wait for next week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If y'all did, please leave a like down below. Comment, let me know what you guys think. Subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you know when the next one's dropping. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all be good. Deuces.